have been working on a different way of rendering tallow. I'm doing the wet method because I'm told and I've read that the wet method removes the beef smell. There's a slight beef smell to my face moisturizer. I don't think it's an issue. My husband laughs and says I'm his 10-cow wife. If you've ever seen the movie or the TV show or whatever it was, I've seen it. It's hilarious. It's a compliment. And I just smile and laugh. Everybody else always goes, oh my gosh, did he just call you a cow? Yeah, he called me his 10-cow wife. Yeah, that's a compliment. So anyways, if you know what that is, put a comment down below that you know Johnny Lingo, that you know who Johnny Lingo is. Anyways, this is my second attempt or my second processing. So doing the wet method is putting 6 cups of water in your slow cooker with 2 to 3 tablespoons of salt, adding your beef fat in it and rendering it down for several hours, and then putting it in it was in a larger bowl, putting it in a bowl, and then taking out all of the impurities, and I fed those to my chickens. And then you put it back in, you do the whole process over again with more salt, more water, and this is what we have. So let's see what kind of impurities we have at the bottom. I'm getting ready to do my third rendering. My third clarifying. This just doesn't seem like it's gonna go good. This just doesn't seem like it's gonna work very well. Oh, look at that. You didn't even see any of that. I just want you to know I didn't spill anything on me, but look at that. It's just a little bit of, I'm just gonna scrape a little bit of it off. I wish you could see, but my hands are goopy and icky. If this water spills all over me, I'm blaming you. There. Oh. It still has a little bit of the smell. It's a very icky process. I told my husband, this is not my preferred method, my preferred process of doing this. This is downright time consuming. But if it gives me a better process, I mean, I can put it on in the slow cooker and walk away from it. I'm not doing a whole entire cow like this. I need to go find a towel. I'll tell you that. I might do the best parts of the fat. So I'm gonna add a tablespoon of salt to this, and I'm gonna add probably 5 cups of water. I'm gonna put it on and simmer it for the rest of the day. And then we're gonna see, we'll pour it into, well, how am I gonna do that? We'll wing it. I'll be back. You know, sometimes I do these videos and I literally am just winging it. Isn't that what we all do? Isn't that how we learn? By winging it? Yeah, I'm gonna put 4 cups of water. And then I say it'll be done, and some salt. The salt is said to draw out the impurities. If it gives me a better product for face lotions, then I'm all for it. But for cooking and stuff, I don't mind the beef flavor and smell at all. I mean, I have my 10-cow wife rep to keep up. Put it on low and walk away. We are in the final phases of the tallow. I have rendered it 3 times. The whole process of sticking it in the slow cooker, 6 cups of water the first time, 4 cups of water the next time, tablespoons of salt, stuff like that. I repeated the process 3 times. Now I am going to unseal this, and we're going to open it up, and then we're going to cut it up and melt it down and put it in our molds, because the molds are so much easier. For this we use a frosting knife, whatever, and I just run along the edge. I'm going to pour this over the sink. My sink is not clean. Put your hand on here. That's it. I'm happy with that. I'm going to take this part off. It smells very light of the flavor, much lighter than what the other stuff is. Now, all I'm going to do, I'm just taking a paper towel and drying there. It is softer than my other stuff, which I don't necessarily like because I don't feel comfortable. I don't know, we'll have to see. Now I'm going to melt it down and then we're going to pour it into molds. Moment of truth comes. It's now melted down and we're going to pour it in this so we can gently pour it in here. That's what it looks like. Let's just do it over the sink so we can clog our sink if we have an accident. Oh, we have just at 4 cups, a quart. It is done, and it still has a slight smell to it, but not as much as the other method. But is it worth all of this time? The jury is still out. I'm going to wrap these up and we'll save them for face lotions and things that we put on our body. They definitely will not be used for cooking because they took an extreme amount of time and cost efficient in the energy department. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do it this way again. I really do like the strength and the dry method, but this is another way of doing it. So there you go. I'm going to wrap them. It's so cute. It is a very soft end product, much softer than the dry method. So the wet method produces a much softer tallow. The dry method produces a much harder tallow. It's very interesting. The two processes are very interesting indeed. Less smell in the wet method, slight stronger smell in the dry method. However, the dry method so far has been keeping for well over a year. We shall see on this one. You guys have a great day out there.